Box.
18.6.
Bottas then 200ths ahead of Hamilton, Ocon third, half a tenth behind the two McLarens. Norris goes quickest, Sainz doesn't improve, but Norris to the top of the times. Those two were really close on track there, surprisingly. Daniel Ricciardo is up into 7th place, eliminated as it stands now, with 5 minutes left on the clock. Russell, Perez, Gasly, Giovinazzi and Grosjean. Gasly, we're starting to see some drivers go into the pits now. What we're not going to see is the top 5 or so resting on their laurels, because even though Norris has a 3-second margin to Latifi and Russell, that time can go in an instant.
Exactly. Vettel crosses the line to improve, but to 7th place, a second off Norris. A lot of drivers now have been through the pits and have just put on a new set of wet tyres. Still no sign of any inters. Still looks very wet.
And I got traffic from Carlos. Time to go again.
Yep, we have time to go again. You're currently P1. We have time to go again, or fit new.
Get behind.
7 seconds, Ricciardo, Giovinazzi 8.
Has been agreed with by many other teams and drivers, and now they're going for their new set.
One of the AlphaTauris it was. Sainz goes to the top of the times. A 1 minute 18.741, 3/10 clear of Hamilton and Norris, with Bottas in 4th, Ricciardo 5th, Ocon 6th, Verstappen, Vettel, Leclerc, Albon the top 10, and then it is Kvyat, Raikkonen, Magnussen, Stroll and Latifi the top 15, and eliminated at the moment Russell, Perez, Gasly, Giovinazzi and Grosjean. Grosjean still in the pit lane, so frustrating, especially after all that wait, all that 45 minutes of delay.
Leave me to it, Bono. Leave me to it. Blame on it. Blame on it.
Leave me to it, says Hamilton as he goes quickest. A 1 minute 18.188, half a second quicker than Carlos Sainz. So good lap there from Hamilton, 1.4 seconds ahead of his teammate Bottas, though Sainz is on another good lap. He's done a good middle sector, pretty much matching Hamilton. Russell comes across the line in the Williams and he goes up into 12th place, finds 7/10 on his teammate Latifi, who drops into the drop zone. Latifi, Perez, Gasly, Giovinazzi and Grosjean are the drivers in there at the moment. Giovinazzi out on circuit, hasn't improved in Sector 1, and he's 2/10 away from where he needs to be in Sector 2, so not looking like a good run this for Giovinazzi, as he has a big oversteer coming through 8th.
It was very quick down to pace. Giovinazzi in the early laps was seriously strong, but now 3 minutes to go, he's under pressure. 19th place at the moment, ahead of Grosjean, who's not done anything. So let's see.
Okay, so you can have one slow lap and then a final fast lap. So currently P1.
Formula 1 qualifying, the first part of it for the Styrian Grand Prix, second round of the season here on the BBC Sport website. Kevin Magnussen is coming through the final corner now. He's in 15th at the moment, just ahead of the Italian Giovinazzi, who had just completed a lap. Magnussen only finds a little smidgen of time to move up into 14th place, 3 seconds away from Hamilton up at the front. Sound you can hear now is the Racing Point about to come across the line of Sergio Perez. He only goes up to 16th place, and this is where it gets interesting, because in 3.4 he's a second or so slower than George Russell. He's a long way behind his teammate Lance Stroll. Stroll goes up into 8th place. Stroll, who qualified on the front row of the grid in a wet Italian Grand Prix qualifying in a few years ago.
But the times are getting quicker and quicker. Russell's improved to go 10th now, and he's found a good second on that latest lap. It's going to come down to the last lap. We've got 2 minutes to go. We've got most drivers can complete this lap and get another one in at least. Oh, Giovinazzi's off.
Skidding along the gravel and surely meeting the barrier. There's the crunch on the rear wing. He might be able to keep going though, Giovinazzi, but he got all out on the curbs on the exit of turn 9, and then he was in trouble. But he's going to keep going, so it shouldn't cause us a delay. Whether he should keep going or not is a different question. But yeah, Giovinazzi out there on the circuit again, but I think he's going to be eliminated as the slowest driver in the first part of qualifying.
He will be. That's pretty much confirmed now. Grosjean will be eliminated as a non participating driver pretty much, hasn't left the pits again. Giovinazzi there just got way out wide onto the curbs. In the dry you do that, in the wet you don't. It's just too slippery, and he got out wide, caught the slippery stuff.
Carry on, Antonio, keep going. Keep going, Antonio, keep going.
To drive it back on, discarding a bit of his rear wing on the racing line, exited turn 10, but no red flag, so we've got a minute to go, and it's still all action.
Raikkonen, Perez, Latifi, Giovinazzi and Grosjean, the drivers that will be eliminated at the moment, and really, Giovinazzi and Grosjean are goners, so it's Raikkonen, Perez and Latifi that need to find a little bit of time. The sound you can hear is the Canadian Nicholas Latifi in his debut Formula One season, only his second Grand Prix weekend, and his middle sector is not bad. There's a yellow flag out in sector 3 though, so that could affect Latifi. He comes down into the right-hander of turn 9 now. I can't see any yellows for him, so he might just about get away with that. Even though there was a yellow flag out in sector 3, Latifi didn't appear to come across it. Now there's a red flag out just before Latifi crosses the line. He remains in 18th position, but why is the red flag out? That is the question, because
red flag, stay positive. Red flag, stay positive.
To get that car back to the pit lane, has been unable to. Q1 will not restart, so that means his teammate Kimi Raikkonen, Sergio Perez in the Racing Point, and Nicholas Latifi in the Williams will be eliminated, along with Giovinazzi and Grosjean. Yeah, so Giovinazzi tried to get back to the pits, couldn't quite.
And that's the end of the session. And I'll tell you what, two men that will be breathing a sigh of relief are Charles Leclerc, who was 13th, and I don't think pitted for new tyres. He was improving. And Alex Albon was 14th as well. They were both improving and may well have been enough, but they were slipping right down and had to put the final few corners in to escape the drop. But in all of that, two Alfa Romeos out.
George Russell, Q2.
And George Russell, Q2.
Andrew Benson, BBC Chief of Form Writer, still with us.